Hello, wayward souls! Welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX Recruit 'em All Challenge. I am Fleddy Forces the Puka, and today we be shiny hunting! I do apologize for missing Friday's stream. I was feeling a lot of the effects of burnout and leading to a depressive episode, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I had a nice long weekend, and everything's great. And I'm realizing my laptop looks dark because I had it on night mode. There we go, now it's bright. So yeah, we should check the mail for anything fun. Nothing really fun. I'll just delete this. Yeah, he's fine. He's gotta be fine. He's fine. Anyway, so we've got pretty much all the Pokemon we need, except for some shinies, most of the shinies, and Lucario. That's the one. So let's bring up our handy dandy chat here. I realize I need to, I'm blocking some of it, so let's put that above me. There we go. Okay, now you can see the chart in its entirety. I apologize for blocking out the last few streams. So we got pretty much everything here. We just gotta, removing all the colored ones, we just need to get the shiny rose at the bottom and a Lucario, which we could either get from just a straight up Lucario in a mystery house, or from a Riolu we could quickly evolve. So, we're doing pretty good for ourselves if I do say so myself. Yeah. Hey, Warhead! How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing much better now. How you doing? I just had a bit of burnout that led to a depressive episode, but I feel a lot better. Yeah. Because mental health is also important, not just physical health. We do want to go to Solar Cave, actually, so I might as well grab some of those. Mount Faraway, that's a good one. And don't need that. Because I do also want to max out our ranks. So that we'll have like a full menu. That would be cool. Yeah. And of course we're full up on gubs. Oh. No, you are not getting my gubs. Well, I haven't slept at all last night. I've stayed awake. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Don't worry if you have to leave to go and sleep. My goodness, you need rest. My goodness. Let's go on the hours. And those 5 we're good with. Cause we're just gonna go shorter dungeons for now at least to get some of them shinies. You know, Brittany Ackerman, she's streaming right now on Twitch. I'm not familiar with names, so even if I know like a voice actor or something, I don't know if you're referring to a voice actor, but I'm really bad at remembering names. It takes a long time for me to remember names. Nah, I can't sleep. That's fair, that's fair. But when you can, do try to get some rest. You need it. And, yeah, 3 of those, 3 of those. That should be good. So who's Brittany Ackerman again? She kind of sounds familiar, but I cannot put my finger on it. Oh, she's a VA who did MLP content. Oh, okay. I kind of thought that, but I couldn't remember for the life of me. Does she voice Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie? I can't remember. I'm really, really terrible with names. You'd think, as an aspiring voice actor myself, I would know these things better, but I don't. Oh yeah, and we could take out some, thorns, why not? Here we go. Because I think it was like Ashley Ball who does Rainbow Dash and Applejack. And then it's a Tabitha something who does, there's Tara Strong who is Twilight, and then Tabitha something who does Rarity and Luna. Yeah, Ashley Ball does Rainbow Dash and Applejack. That one I do know. Let's see, so we got the fought off sea. So first, I think we should visit Solar Cave, because not only can we get a shiny strong foe here, but it's one of the places we could potentially find a mystery house for Lucario. Lucario. Okay, so we don't need two teams set up like that, so we'll have one be with her, because I like the small stomach. And we're not needing to level up anyone. And Rita Pat. She makes MLP fan content. Ah, okay, my bad. My apologies. I hear a real name over a username, and I assume that means... it means, oh, it must be a professional voice actor, and not just someone in the fandom. My bad. My bad. Let's look at that. And yes, we shall pay you, good sir. Have a good day. And everything, all the rooms seem small and close together, so most likely not a mystery house here. You're not part of the team. But she did sound familiar, and I was thinking something MLP-like, so must have come across her at some point. Help me close the bag! But sir, it's too late! We can use whatever wind is left to use another day! Come on! Hi, Pony Cyanide. He's still on that epic train. And I was just listening to that too. God, it's a freaking addiction at this point. Hi! We shiny hunted today. And looking for Lucario, which should appear in this dungeon, in a mystery house. That or Riolu. I will never leave. I imagine, like, the hype train of it will, like, it'll be closed and, like, shut it down. Like, sir, we all need to go home. We're tired. You need to leave the train. And and you're like, no, I'll never leave. And I'll probably be right there next to you going, like, never! Okay, not getting him. Did you see Jorge's new post? He's thinking of making another musical, and it's about what I believe to be the Iliad. Yeah, he's talked about that before, about planning to do a musical for the Iliad. Yeah, I was really excited when he mentioned possibly doing that someday. So, did he say that he's for sure doing it right now? Ooh, that'd be exciting. Yeah, because the Iliad's pretty interesting, too. Lots of drama and all that between the gods, the mortals. Yes, he made a YouTube community post. Nice. Hee. Yeah, I heard him say that he was going to make it someday, but he was taking, like, at least a little break for recovering from Epic. And we're looking for Cherry Berry for the client. So what are you searching for, Flatty? In here in Solar Cave, we are searching for a shiny Aipom And potentially a mystery house that could hold either a Riolu or that we could evolve into a Lucario or just a Lucario itself. So I'm accepting little squad ups here and stuff, little recruits so that we can power up our squad up for whenever we come across a shiny Aipom. And doing jobs because I want to max out our badge thing before we're done, because I have never completed one of these games in any of its forms, the old or new ones, to get like a full completed menu. So I am excited to actually have that for once in my life. For this being like, for Blue Rescue Team being the first one I've ever done, first game I've ever owned, it's a big deal to me to finally, like, 100% it. You haven't gotten a Lucario yet? I feel like a popular guy like him would be easier to come across. You would think. But you can only find Riolu and Lucario in mystery houses, and those aren't always the easiest to find. We did manage to get a Riolu, eventually, so now we just need a Lucario. Mind reader. And I am really sorry for missing Hollow Knight on Friday. I was really looking forward to playing that, but I just didn't have the energy in me. Dang, Lucario's so popular, don't understand right. Dude, same. And there are also only certain dungeons, like, so while there's a lot of dungeons that do have mystery houses, there are only some that can spawn the Lucario and Riolu. There's several different dungeons, but not every single dungeon can spawn them in mystery houses. One of those places, though, is thankfully Solar Cave here. So if we get somewhere where there's either a lot of large rooms and a lot of gaps between the rooms, then there is most likely going to be a mystery house on that floor. And, you know, just saying that and seeing a couple big rooms, I'll at least look around a little bit. It might not be the case, because there are quite a few here that are squished together. But I'm desperate for that Lucario. That's the one thing, though, that I did like in Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, was that you could start with a Riolu. And I always enjoyed playing as Riolu. Just felt like so good and fun. Yes, you could join. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, Heal Bell can heal the death toll of the bell. I did not know this. Okay, it looks like there's no mystery house on this floor. Moving on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got a full team. Eat. Yeah. But man, I am so excited how close we are to ending this game and 100%ing it. Do you have any favorite overall Pokemon? Well, of course, I love the Eevee lines, especially Umbreon and Sylveon. And I love Zora and Zoroark. Lucario is actually also pretty up there, too. No, we're full up on team, but thank you. A lot of other ones that I also... Oh, Whimsicott. That's one I forgot before. I really like Whimsicott. It's so cute. It's also pretty fun to use as well. What are your plans after this game? Hi, Mr. Top. Sorry I missed Hollow Knight on Friday. I wasn't feeling well, but I'm doing a lot better now. I hope to make up for it on Friday. The plans after this game. So, once I beat this, I plan to... If I beat this before Hollow Knight, then I'll put 100% of my effort into Hollow Knight. Or vice versa, if I happen to beat Hollow Knight before I am able to shiny hunt for all the shinies in this game, which I didn't really consider, then I'll focus on this for a bit. But on my Friday stream in July, on July 11th specifically, which is the day before my birthday, which will be on Saturday, on the 12th, I'll be playing Just Shapes and Beats on stream with Kimmy. So, and it's a short enough game, and we're familiar enough with it, we could probably beat it in 1 4-hour stream. So we'll do that, and at some point I also want to, like, co-op with Kimmy playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to hype up for the Age of Imprisonment. The Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment coming up. Yeah, I got a better chance with Hollow Knight than Shinies. Yes, absolutely. I'm just in denial about it. Happy early birthday. Thank you. I'm gonna be 30. Which I used to dread, thinking, oh no, I'm accomplishing nothing in my life and already 30. But I'm like, you know what? I'm still pretty young. It's not too bad. And also, I am slowly accomplishing stuff now. I'm getting into this whole streaming business. It helps me feel accomplished. Yeah. The whole pride of having, like, a job and stuff. Even if I'm not getting paid yet. It's still nice. Feel successful. Proud of myself. It's good for the self-esteem. And also, it's a fun excuse to get me to play my games that I like so much. If you got a steady stream of money, then you're good. Yeah. That'd be nice. Man, how cool would that be if I could someday get to the point that streaming's actually helping keep a stable income for me? That would be freaking sick, brah. I don't know if it's possible, but heck, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try for that. Hehe. Being paid to play video games and talk with fun people? Yes, please. But it really has been, like, good for my mental health, it feels like, because it can be exhausting talking for 4 hours straight playing video games that entertain people, but it's also really fun. It also gets me to socialize more than I normally do. Hold on, we got long paths here. And yes, a lot of the times when I'll say a word like long, I tend to drop, like, the quieter G and just say, like, lawn. Things like that. And that led to something funny in, when teaching my mom the world of Legend of Zelda, because there's Lon Lon Ranch, which is spelled L-O-N-L-O-N. But because of my habit of dropping certain letters and stuff and having a little bit of a lisp at times, my mother heard me explaining that, and she just silently assumed to herself, like, oh, she must mean long ranch. And is just saying it weird like she does. And so then later, when she was finally playing the game and she saw the text saying Lon Lon Ranch, I had no idea what was going on, but she suddenly just walks up to me looking sad and is like, I would like to apologize. And I'm like, what? And then she had to explain that she thought I meant long. We will not be reviving you. So that's a fun little thing. Hehe. Always find that funny. Oh, I'm out of Shatter Ball. I'm out of balls. You don't need it, but just move out of the way, kid. Oh my goodness. Stop attacking my guys! I would love to make a steady stream of money off of stream. I mean, oh, wouldn't we all? Yes. I legit have a passion for the stuff that normal jobs are modeled after. I'm a guy who leaned more into creating content. Indeed, it's so much nicer. I'm lazy when it comes to like the whole editing part, but actually doing the stuff I really enjoy. So, yeah, I'd really like to do that. Who knows, maybe someday I'll have the money to hire an editor for me, so then I could just do the fun part. Well, here's hoping that both of us can achieve our dreams. And all of you out there, if I could be as successful as I'm currently being, then surely you too can be even more successful. Hee. Never give up. Always believe in yourself. Ooh, a strong vote just spawned. Boo, boo, boo. And we're gonna have our team here. You will be on waiting duty. Okay. I have to juggle items here. Swap with her, so I can see where the heck this little bastard is. Oh, and I see he's trying to get over there. Are you shiny? No, you are not shiny, but I will kill you. Let's go together. Not worried, it's not a shiny. Actually, a friend and I used to upload YouTube skits when we were kids. Oh, nice! I never had such a passion for... never had such passion for something. Ah. Indeed, those are wonderful, wonderful times. When you can find a niche that really works for you. Because I tell you what, I spent pretty much most of my life having no real niche I could fill in that someone else wasn't like 1,000 times better at. But it really feels like I'm finding a little cozy spot for myself. And it makes me happy. And that's what's important, being happy. Sometimes the happiness means having a stable job and income. Sometimes it means just following what you love, even if it's not super successful. I'll give that to you. Oh, hold on. It's a shutter ball. I need my shuttle ball. I like to shoot the pew-pews. Hi, Kimmy. It's good to see you. And yeah, we are actually missing a guy, so... Oh, Wary Walk. Nice. Well, where's the dead one? There he is. Goodbye, ghost. We'll swap that for the front bow. Haha. Now I can see all. What Pokemon do you like purely off of design? I love the design of Elgym. I'm never really sure how to pronounce that one, but yeah, the little Unova alien guy. He's a real cute one. The concept of something alien always intrigued me. Yeah, alien's gonna be pretty fun. Something purely off of design stuff. Possibly Whimsicott. And again, I like the evolutions just because I've always loved foxes and they're freaking adorable. I tend to always prefer whatever, like, I prefer visually, at least when starting games and stuff. If I'm not doing a Nuzlocke, I'll just go with whatever the guys I like that either look cute or look cool. Or just look goofy enough to make me laugh, that sort of thing. And typically I'll find a way to make them work, even if they're not, like, the ideal, like, competitive Pokemon and stuff. I don't think there's room for you. Okay, thank goodness. I mean, I'm so sorry. Goodbye. Wah! 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 Captain! Captain! Are there any other jobs here? Yes, there's one at floor 12. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. God, it's like at some point, like, maybe if I have, like, if I'm, like, have, like, a no voice one day and I'm wanting to stream, though, I could just, play, like, the Epic the Musical soundtrack while shiny hunting, and it's like, no one will notice. It'll just be the same. Same as me singing, but better. I like Basculegion's design, but oh, Kimmy likes Basculegion's design. It's really cool, and yeah, with all, like, yeah, those clouds are meant to be like the spirits of, like, its fallen allies, and that's what gives it its extra little ghostly power. Yeah, Basculegion's pretty cool, and I like that it gives use to Basculin, which was a pretty useless gimmick Pokemon before. And that'd be a fun, like, modded game to see people do as, Okay, so there's no room in the dungeon for anything else. I always wanted to see, like, some sort of, like, fan-made Pokemon game or Nuzlocke thing, a hack thing that's makes it so that you have to use all these super weak, lame, gimmicky Pokemon that have no real use outside of, like, gimmicks, like, Volbeat and Illumise, Solrock and Lunatone. Well, Basculin doesn't really count anymore because it has Basculegion, but that sort of thing, so even, like, Unknown and stuff, so Pokemon that were kind of made just for, like, the gimmick of, like, flavoring up the world and stuff, but, lack any sort of competitive use. That'd be interesting for, Nuzlocks. Because then they really would be forcing you to be using, like, whatever you scrape off the bottom of the bag. You did send me the karaoke track. That you did. That you did. Hee. We got a full team. Oh, get over here. Let me smack you. Pop! Boo, boo, boo. We found the Poliwag, and now we saved. Yeah, but I'm not sure how much copyright trouble I could get into for playing either the original music or the karaoke stuff. No, we're gonna keep going because we are looking for a shiny Aipom and Mystery House for Lucario. Lucario and the Mystery of House. Basculegion is such a badass name. It is. We are Legion. Whoever came up with that one was cuckin'. Legitimately, it was cool. Indeed. Really did like a lot of the Hisuian variants of Pokemons and evolutions. It was a fun add-on to what we already knew in Sinnoh. We're gonna stay. We're hunting. Haboop! Hadouken! Don't need you, but thank you. And it looked like there was at least one long path tunnel, so I'm gonna look around and see if there's maybe room for a big mystery house. Why is his pre-evolution a gimmick Pokemon? Because it was meant to show off, like, the version difference, because there was, like, the red fin and the blue fin one. One you find in Pokemon Black, and one you find in Pokemon White. And it wasn't really strong, and you didn't find it early, like, too early enough along to be able to use it. It kind of was meant to replace Magikarp, actually, but it didn't even evolve like Magikarp did. So, but I don't consider it a gimmick Pokemon anymore just because it's now got Basculegion, which is an actual, like, battle viable one. So you know, like, how there's, like, so, like, with Unknown, Unknown isn't really strong. You're never really meant to battle with it, but it has, like, all the it has the details of all the different letters and stuff. And to try and add, like, lore to the world. So that's kind of what I mean by a gimmicky Pokemon, is that it was kind of made just to add flavor to the Pokemon world without actually being something that people will regularly use. Basically, the forgettable Pokemon is kind of what I was thinking. All the Pokemon that everyone kind of just ignores and forgets for, like, the cooler, stronger, or cuter ones. What am I out of? I'm out of Shadow Ball again, son of a bitch. I just realized why it's called Basculegion. And it makes it even more badass. I know, right? I think I got a Basculegion and I named it We Are. To do the We Are Legion thing. Or I might have just called it We, to be like We Are Legion. I don't need Wobbuffet. Do 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 do. Pew. Doesn't Pokemon Legends Arceus take place in the past? So how did they add Basculegion into the lore? Flattycore. So how did they add Basculegion into the lore? I think for the, how they excused, like, oh my goodness, doggies. How they excused all of the... My brain keeps dying. Swap it with the tiny one. And then we eat the tiny one. And now we are full. So it seems like most of the Pokemon were considered to either have become endangered or extinct that were introduced in Legends Arceus. I think they mentioned that in the show, too, that there were, like, more Pokemon that used to exist back when Sinnoh was called Hisui. So it's kind of a sad thing, because you don't see the white fin Basculin that evolves into Basculegion in Sinnoh, so it kind of implies that they have been either hunted down or, like, gone extinct that way. And since the Hisui Sora has already had a sad tale of being hunted down to the point of becoming ghosts in this new land, in, like, a harsh winter environment, it seems like they just got hunted down even more. Actually, on the Pokemon YouTube, there's this really cute, touching, like a mini series that they did anime style on Hisui Zora. Where they have like a young boy encounters a shiny Zora. And at first he's scared of it, but then realizes, like, how Train Your Dragon style, that the Zora is also scared of him, and so he learns not to be afraid of him, and he befriends it, and they end up making friends. And it also shows a little bit of, like, how, Saline, I think her name is Saline, the militant lady who is in Legends Arceus, how she got her Abra is also in that little mini-series. It is really cute. Yes, I want to proceed. Oh my god, my thing is doubling. What thing? What thing is doubling? How the fuck do people hunt down a mystical Pokemon? I'm not sure Basculin and Basculegion are considered mystical. Or mythical. With Enamorus, I think there's maybe just the excuse that, like the other, like, wind guys. That Enamorus probably just travels around. That there's just one in the entire world and it just roams around. Oh dear. Oh dear. They all perished to the song. Oh, the Zora, I mean, the illusion fox. Well, it seemed to be a thing that the humans were absolutely terrified of Zora and Zoroark, and even before they became the Hisuian Fairyans, and that's why they hunted him down, was in fear. So imagine it'd be something like that, or perhaps they were already endangered to the point that they just weren't able to survive, because an animal can sadly become endangered before they're even all dead. Just once it gets to the, like, extinct, I mean, they can become extinct before all of them are dead, just to the point that, like, they can't recover a small enough population they can't ever recover. And because of that, there have actually been animals that have come back from extinction. Not just because of rediscovery, but because they thought, oh, this thing is, like, so thinned out that there's no way they can come back. And then lo and behold, they come back and they're like, god dang. Like the Pokemon that got their own movie. Yee. Yeah, we'll say goodbye to the giraffe rig. It's dead. There's no point in keeping it. It's dead. We'll wander around to see if there's room for a mystery house somewhere. Let's give that to you. It does not look like there's room for a mystery house. You know what would be a cool concept? Hidden Pokemon that stay away from humans so effectively that even seeing a blur of them is a rare sight. Yeah, that would be cool. Hehe. I think that's kind of what they had with Zora and Zoroark, was that because they cast illusions in order to hide even in plain sight, so it is really hard to find them. Of course, then they put them in, like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where you could just find them kind of roaming around in the wild. And the Dratini line used to have that sort of rarity to it, too. Oh, and fun fact, speaking of extinctions and stuff, there is actually something about Lapras. Like, originally in the older games, they were talking about Pokedex entries would say that Lapras was an endangered species. Is there room for you? Double check if anyone's dead. Nope. Okay. Say goodbye, yes. And so, but then later on, in like newer games, they changed the Pokédex to say that Lapras was endangered, but due to like humans like breeding, because a lot of like kids would like breed Lapras and release him into the wild just to like try and save him from extinction. So they acknowledged that later on as in the official Pokédex entries later that Lapras used to be endangered, but then thanks to like rescue efforts to like help breed and repopulate them, that they're no longer endangered. So it's really sweet. Yes, we proceed. I wish there was a new concept in the upcoming games. Regional forms was the last new thing that came, although regional forms allow things to be new since new regions come with new designs. So it's fresh every time. Yeah, I like regional variants. Those are real fun. Like the regional Pokemon to have different designs and some new typing. Yeah, and I also like the convergent evolutions too. The convergent ones like Wiglet's not actually a Diglett variant, but just something that evolved similarly, which is a real concept in real life of animals evolving certain things. Like even just the fact that flying has been evolved several times by different animals. So like it first evolved by bugs, and then you got it evolved from birds, and actually you got it evolved in flying reptiles too, and then birds, and then also bats. So that's considered convergent evolution. There's a bunch of other stuff like that too, like animals all growing like armor or spike, that's considered convergent. So when they just evolve separately, but evolve similar things, it's considered a convergent evolution, because they started separate, but then they kind of merge into a similar point. Doesn't make them genetically the same, but it's still pretty cool. Has any new concepts came recently? Do you mean for Pokemon stuff? Yeah, Convergent Evolution was like the newest one they introduced with Paldea with Scarlet and Violet. Because they had the Tentacool had a convergent one with Tentastool. And then Wiglet with Diglett. So they're not related to the original Kanto Pokemon, but they just evolved similarly. And I find that pretty cool and fascinating. And also, I just... That's one Pokemon, like, at first, I didn't really care for Tentastool, just because it's similar to Tentacool, which I kind of thought was just I just got sick of seeing Tentacool all the time when surfing in the water, so I was like, but then I saw Tentastool run, and it is the goofiest little thing, and I love it now. Oh, and I got a shiny of Tentastool. Yeah! I forgot, after shiny hunting for a long time, I managed to find one. Yeah, convergent Pokemon really are cool. I wouldn't mind getting more of those. It's a fun difference to regional variants, because regional variants I still also really love. Heck, me and many others wish that they would maybe fill in the rest of the Eevee evolutions by making a regional variants of Eevee, so that then it would... you could just change those base EVs to cover the... Oh, sorry, Mike. So cover the remaining types that haven't been covered. Or, you know, just give us more EVs, because I am greedy. I can never have enough EVs. Yeah, the Tentastools are just such silly little guys. I love them. Just the little... Just... Their little tentacle their little legs flailing around it is adorable. Okay, so we've only come across one strong foe thus far. And he wasn't shiny. And no mystery house so far. Bro, yes, if we can't get new evolutions for Eevee, at least give us regional forms and convergent evolutions. Yeah, even if they got just something that looks similar to Eevee and then filled in the other stuff, that'd be cool. Yeah, I do hope at least some... Oh, there's a strong foe. Maybe it shall be shiny. Okay, let's go over here. You shall wait there. Actually, I'll have all of you set to wait. And I'll just move you to right here. And then swap you. Okay, I have to check with Sylveon once in a while. Is it shiny? No. Alright, everyone, false alarm. No shiny. Look at this, come on. Smack it back. There we go. We got enough, oh, we could swap that. And no room for a mystery house. So we move on. And it's always good to have some spare friend bows just in case. Don't need a warp seed, that's silly. Moving on. Personally, for something new, I think they should expand on the alien Pokemon that have several kinds of forms in another solar system or something. Ooh, that would be cool. Because they already did interdimensional Pokemon with the Ultra Beasts. So yeah, why not some aliens? We already got a couple apparent alien Pokemon. We got the Deoxys, we got... Heck, Jirachi might have come from the stars, or is just based on stars. We got the Clefairy family that was rumored to have come from the moon. And then the Eligem that you were mentioning earlier, those are aliens. So yeah, why not a whole game based on like space travel and stuff? That'd be fun. Pokemon in space, space. Hehe. Or expand on the interdimensional Pokemon of Sun and Moon. Yeah! That was pretty cool. Haza, haza. We got a couple jobs done. Not much points, but oh well. Yeah, so of the different gimmicks they started to do with the Pokemon games and stuff, I'm really glad they're bringing back Mega Evolutions and Legends ZA, because I loved that. That was one of my favorite little game gimmicks, was the Mega Evolutions. Because even though it didn't add Pokemon, it added flair to the Pokemon we already loved, and it was really cool. And I hope they add some more Mega Evolutions to maybe Pokemon who were supposed to get some before, but just were never given that honor, such as Flygon. Apparently Flygon was supposed to get a Mega Evolution, but, was Suguri Miyamoto, somewhat, whoever was, not Suguri, he does, Mario and Zelda stuff, but, whoever was in charge of designing it, said that they just, couldn't figure out a design they were happy with for a Mega Flygon, so they just skipped it. So it's really sad that we could have had a Mega Flygon and we were denied. Got Mega Salamence, not Mega Flygon. Flygon deserves more love. Mega Evolution was peak! It definitely was. I think they realized that it was one of the most successful things, and they're like, okay, let's bring that back, because everyone's going crazy over it. Yeah, even years later, we're still like, bring it back. Because Gigantamax, well, it was kind of fun to do, like, the when they would change forms. Just the making them big thing, I wasn't as big a fan on. Wasn't as fun for me. And then, I'll admit, I did not like the Z moves in Sun and Moon. It just, is cool animation and all, but I just wasn't digging it. Wasn't feeling it. Because it took away from my Mega, evolutions, probably, and so then I was like, eh. Okay, we did check jobs. We're good on jobs. Yeah, C-Move is nothing compared to the regional forms, indeed. So, I'm glad that even though they were doing the... Oh, there's another one we can... Okay, so we can do some jobs at Western Cave, too, because there is... So we could get a shiny Zangoose at Western Cave, along with doing some jobs. And there's also a Mystery House Pokemon that we could get that isn't Lucario, but is in fact a shiny we have unlocked. And you have to beat Purity Forest in order to unlock this shiny. So let's see if we can find it. It may take a while, but let us see. Yeah. Of course, come along, little friend. I haven't been able to play Gen 6 or 7 games, so when ZA comes out, I'm definitely hunting down a Furfrou. Aha. Furfrou is a fun. That's another one that I would kind of consider a gimmick Pokemon, because it is nicer and stronger for early on games, but beyond that, it doesn't do too much. It's kind of only just to have the gimmick of having a poodle you can play with the hair designs of. But Furfrou does have an amazing shiny, where the black and white invert. Oh, and it's so good. It's a really nice shiny. And I call it a gimmick Pokemon, but it's not the worst of the gimmick Pokemon, but it definitely was more for showing off its gimmick than it was to provide, like, a Pokemon with decent stats for a battle. If I'm at least remembering it correctly. I could be entirely wrong in that it's, like, secretly a master in the competitive arena. I'm not part of the competitive arena stuff, so that kind of just goes over my head. I just go off of what I see used most in videos, which I don't see Furfrou used in, unless there's a Nuzlocke. Alright, I'm gonna check every room. Allow myself to be paranoid. I'm also really excited to show Kimmy, because I got her into finally playing Pokemon. Like, she played the Mystery Dungeon games, but she was never able to get into the main series games while they were, like, on the small screens, like on the Game Boy and DS, just because it was hard for her eyes. But then once it was on the big screen consoles, like Sword and Shield, that was the first one she actually was able to play with me and enjoy playing. I actually bought both Sword and Shield for myself, and then she was interested enough, she's like, can I play? And I'm like, okay. And so I gave her my Sword copy, and I played Shield. And then we were able to play together. It was so fun. And then she was able to enjoy Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet and Violet since then. And it was in Legends Arceus that I realized she has this absurd shiny hunting powers, which I could really use right now. So I'm really... So whenever I talk about my favorite gimmick of the Mega Evolutions, she never understood what I was saying, even though I've shown you pictures and stuff. It's hard for her to remember without playing the game, so I'm really excited for her to be able to see... to come see my world of Pokemon X and Y. Hehehe. Like mother... Nice mother-daughter bonding, exactly. It is weird sometimes to realize my own mother has become my best friend. Because growing up, she was just my mom. You don't really see your parents as individual people, for first thing. And also, she was such a workaholic that I didn't realize she had a fun side for a long time. Are you doing the Japanese sneezing because I'm talking about you? Yes, we should talk about you. Fun fact, it's like a little wives' tale thing in Japan that if you sneeze, it's because someone is talking about you somewhere. So that's why in an anime, like if someone's talking about a character who isn't there and then it cuts to said character and they sneeze, it's because it's believed that if someone's talking about you, that's what makes you sneeze. So because Kimmy and I know that stuff, she came to the door and her and me talking about her was going, achoo! Achoo! I'm like, yes, can I help chew? So don't worry, Kimmy, we're talking nice things about you. What would be a gimmick you would personally add? Huh. That is a darn good question. Would it be a gimmick directly relating to the Pokemon, or would it be some other thing like a camping, making food thing? That is another gimmick I've really liked, is actually the whole bonding with your Pokemon thing. It's silly, but it's just a kind of Nintendo sort of a Nintendo pet thing. But it's really cute. I didn't even grow up with the Nintendogs or anything. But I really enjoyed the whole interacting with your Pokemon stuff. The Pokemonami, thing that they introduced in X and Y. I loved that. Because then it also added, like, the friendship boost and everything. I really liked that. I might be something I would want to bring back, like, letting one of your Pokemon follow behind you, or heck, maybe even let your entire team follow behind you. It may be a difficult thing to program and be able to have, but heck, just because I love them as like pets and stuff, and it really helps solidify that bond instead of just training up for the battles and stuff. My favorite part is the creatures. I love animals and pets and stuff. So being able to see your Pokemon overworld is always such a huge thing to me. And heck, if you could have all of them out, then you would never forget anyone. And maybe some of them would be faster than others, so like you'll slow down and then you'll see the slow one come up and you're like, oh gosh, so-and-so, I'm so sorry. It's like, I'm sorry for leaving you behind, boy. Fun things like that. That's what I would have, is make it so all of your Pokemon could follow with you in the overworld. They don't have to be in the Pokeball. They could just hang out without having to be sent out to battle. They could just hang out just because. And also, I'd really love if they brought back the whole, the sparkling sound when a shiny appears in Legends Arceus. I hope they do that again in ZA. And it would be nice if they did that for any other Pokemon titles with Pokemon in the overworld, because it sucks when you don't realize a Pokemon's even shiny nearby, because you might not even be looking in that direction when they spawn in. So in Scarlet and Violet, I'm super paranoid having to look around, versus Legends Arceus, where I'm just chilling, hanging out, going about my business, and suddenly I'll hear bling, and I'm like, oh, where is it? And I save my game, and I'm like, where is it? Oh, goodness, children. Children, don't die. Don't die, children. I see you say something, but I have to wait a second. Okay, now I got to eat. Okay. The Pokemon itself, like, the next big thing for the Pokemon animal themselves. Cool. Yeah. Oh, you know what would be interesting? It sounds edgy, but I like dark Pokemon would dark Pokemon would be cool. Like add the dark type to make to them and make them look edgy AF. Yeah, they kind of did that with the Zangoose line, where they made them dark types and made them like edgy rock stars. Oh, another thing that might be fun is like if you're traveling, even if you're like traveling around with like just one Pokemon out, then maybe it might be fun then, like if your Pokemon's already out, that it can like get an advantage of getting like a kind of like what they have with the Legends ZA thing, where you can sneak up on a trainer and like sneak attack them to do some damage. So like if you're roaming around and see a wild Pokemon, maybe you could and your Pokemon's already out, maybe they'll get some sort of like maybe stat boost or something, or resistance if they can see what they're up against ahead of time. So instead of being thrown out of the Pokeball and just being like, oh, what are we doing today, boss? They're like, you just like, yo, that's what you got, and they're like, on it. Oh, that might be another cool thing, is like the more like a Pokemon interacts with certain types of Pokemon, or like certain species, the more they like are able to like resist like certain things about them, or like better to evade them, if like having actual like experience, a sort of AI experience with them, that maybe not an AI thing, but just like they are able to like evade them better, more accurately hit them if they are familiar with like what they do and stuff. So what are you wanting? Ninetales. Okay, Ninetales, get your 9 butts over here. Do 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 ba 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 ba. And speaking of the ZA battle thing, I am both excited and terrified for the new battle mechanic. Oh dear. Sorry, Roltz. Because it's kind of what I thought Legends Arceus was going to be, about like that real-time sort of thing. Of like just launching out the moves when you can. And having to do like real-time dodging and stuff. Which I am so happy you can actually have an effect to like help dodge Pokemon and stuff. Which really does make it feel more like the anime, what we got to see in that, of when the trainer will tell them dodge. So you can actually do that with your Pokemon and be like, you need to dodge right now, and help them with that. What about something not purely for the game function, but something more similar to Mega Evolution and Convergent Evolutions? And regional forms and stuff. Okay. So what kind of thing would that be? How about something like, well, that would be a more game mechanic stuff, so something with, like adding new Pokemon or forms, like Mega Evolution. I don't know. I kind of just like those. Anything else I can kind of think of would be more of just a game mechanic, like, or something. Oh, I thought you were an enemy, Jinx. I apologize. Something I see a lot of like artists do that I would of course love to do is something where like there's variants to each Pokemon's form, like just minor things that like relating to like how they are bred. So because you can like mix different breeds and stuff, so if there could be not quite like a fusion hybrid thing, but like where like if there's like a certain typing or something that breeds with a Pokemon, then it might like influence their appearance a little bit more. Like, so if like a Pokemon like was like bred with like a steel type or like an electric type, that maybe their fur would be a little more spiky and edgy looking, or maybe have a little more intimidating eyes with a dark type if that's one of its parents or something. Like that kind of thing. There's a lot of cool artwork of like showing like like, different, like, breeds of Pokemon they had. It were, like... And it's kind of like a fusion hybrid thing, but it's saying that it is for sure still a certain type of Pokemon. So, like, there's one I've seen of, like, different breeds of Swablu, and it'll show, like, Swablus that are bred with, like, this Pokemon or that Pokemon, and, like, saying, like, what they're bred for, of, like, if they were bred for battle or for contests appearance or just to be a domestic pet. And showing, like, what kind of variants, like, both physical and status differences they have for that. So that probably wouldn't be possible just because there are too many Pokemon at this point. It would be cool if there was something like that. Even if they just made it a broader thing, like certain features like had to be like grouped based on either what... Oh, maybe if Pokemon had like... since some Pokemon have multiple age groups, maybe depending on which age group you breed with, determines which one, like, which type they end up being. So if you breed with something like... So I think Lucario is field and human-like. I'm not entirely sure, but... So, like, if you bred Lucario with, like, another Lucario or just something else that is both field and human-like, it'll look like a normal Lucario. But then if you breed with something that's only field or only human-like, that will affect how it appears and make it just slightly different. Something like that might be cool. Artificially bred Pokemon, that's definitely interesting, or maybe genetically engineered. Oh, that's what I've always thought would be cool. What if they brought in, like, the Pokemon clone things? Because you remember how in the Mewtwo movie with, you see the Charizard and the Venusaur and Blastoise with unique, like, stripe patterns and stuff on them? Those were sick. So what if you had, like, clone Pokemon that, like, had those different unique markings? That'd be sick. And maybe you could even give some sort of gimmick, like, if you use a genetically cloned Pokemon that maybe, like, it'll have, like, some buffs, but also then some weaknesses that... Because I think there is something about, like, cloned animals having, like, shorter lifespans or something. I'm not sure about that. At least, like, the first sheep clone that was made didn't, like, live as long as, like, other sheep did, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be making this up, for all I know. But yeah, and there's also a little short of showing, like, a young Mewtwo meeting, like, the one scientist's daughter that he was trying to clone and bring back to life. And they all met kind of in a psychic plane. And there was a little clone Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, the kind of first attempts at those, but they all sadly died. Spoiler alert. And it was a really sad thing, and Mewtwo became so distraught that they had to, like, give him, like some sort of amnestic so that he would calm down and forget about it. And so then the next time he kind of woke up and became conscious was when he was all grown up. Let's drink this. Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo makes Pokemon clothes with patterns. Yeah, it looks so cool. I always wanted, like, a Charizard or Charmander with, like, those cool stripes. It's so cool. So even just something like that. Yeah, damn, someone in the Pokemon industry should add this shit down. Oh yeah, you can use a Nintendo, by all means. Just make sure to add my name to the credits. Fladdy the Puka. Oh god, two of my favorite streamers are on. Oh no, and I can't decide who to watch. Oh no. Well, if it helps any, I won't be offended if you have to leave my stream. You gotta go where you gotta go, and I'm always back on Fridays too. You always know where to find me. But whichever one you feel like, I'm just shiny hunting over here. You can always just pop back and forth between the streams. Yep, we gotta keep going. No room for a mystery house, so we keep going. And there's a monster house. So that could mean a strong foe will spawn. Maybe even a shiny one. Boo-boo! Nah, no strong foe. Alright, you all must be paralyzed. But yeah, you guys never have to feel bad if you either can't make it to my stream or want to watch someone else's stream instead. I'm not gonna be offended by that. We's good, fam. Just the fact you wanted to even pop in at all is nice. Do. Why can I not see anymore? Oh, because there's... Oh, I guess Magic Room must have made me, like, blind or something. Took away my X-ray spec powers. You all must be paralyzed. Sounds like a scary line out of context. Who says it was out of context? Yes, I was feeling very villainous in that moment. I want to know who the other one is, Pony. Kimmy's wanting to know. Are you staging mutiny against me, Kimmy? Are you gonna abandon me to adopt some other, more popular, better streamer than me? Nah, I'm fine. Kimmy's actually been getting into watching, like, other streamers and stuff. That's pretty fun. Let's see, I think I'm full up still. No one else has died. Okay, no one else died? Yeah, we're good. Hasta la vista. LOL, there is no one better. Well, thank you, Kimmy. Alright, calm down, Spoink. Calm down. Come on there, buddy. I think I tried to say buddy, but then I went... There's a fainted guy. Don't care about the fainted guy. Because he's not a job. Next job is at 10. Okay, and I did all these. Good. Next one's on floor 10. Ooh, it's a big room. We might be getting a mystery house. Alright, have fun, Warhead. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, these look like pretty big... Oh, yeah, my belly's empty. That's what I was... I think I was thinking that at some point and then just forgot. There we go. Pretty boo. Boo, 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 boo. No, Kimmy, we can't do that. We can't go into other people's streams and try to get people to leave their stream. It is very rude etiquette. You gotta be nice, Kimmy. You can't go stealing other people's viewers. It's not good. It's a bad Kimmy. I'm actually surprised there's no mystery house. Ah, shucks. Yeah, you think about what you did, Kimmy. You can't be doing that. I've had someone enter my stream and once and be like, "Oh, hey, come over and watch my stream." And I was like, "Fuck you! This is my stream. I don't even know who you are." Do you really want to proceed? Yes. Okay, he's a client. A beautiful Milotic. Huzzah. We found a safe Milotic. Da 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 da. Exploring around, seeing if there's possible room for any mystery houses. Found the stairs, but I want to double check that if there's room or not. What are you? Speed. Speed! Aw, shucks. Kicks rock. You's a silly Kimmy. Oh no, please don't kill my little guy. I need him for squad up. Okay. And boop, 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 boop. Da, 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 da. Oh, he's a little Mantike. Thankfully, we've already got Mantike. So we're good there. Next job is 12, I think? Yes, 12. Hey, Warhead, welcome back. Did you have fun? So does she stream like pony-related things, or is she just hanging out doing stuff? What is it she does for streaming? Uh-oh, eine Sieb. Oh, no. Oh dear. And you must die. And he still lives? Now you die. Ah, my dang nose. My nose has been acting up a lot lately, and I do not like it. Not one bit. And I still haven't... It's been over a week, and I still haven't heard back from, like, the schedulers on my nose surgery to get rid of those, or to thin out those, terminates that are blogging my nose. I think I went to say blocking and clogging, and I went blogging. Yeah, they film whole, like, blogs from my video. That's... I guess it would be a vlog at that point. That's why I get stuffed up. They have so much equipment in there. Don't need fainted Pokemon. Moving on. Boo boo clientele. Instead of show and tell, it's clientele. Hee hee. Boo 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 boo. Oh, excuse you! How dare you? Tentacle, you're fine. Go back home. Currently, she's doing a patron pony drawings. Oh, cool! Yeah, when I have a better work ethic, that's something I might want to do is, like at least like a once a month raffle with patron stuff. I don't know if that would be legal, if it would be considered gambling or not. But I would like that as like one of the benefits for if I do ever get around to doing a Patreon. To have like a monthly raffle with everyone. Yeah. Along with some other kind of benefits. I'm not sure what though. But this is probably something that'll be a long ways off. Oh my goodness. Oh, Rolls, why did you stop? Why did you stop? Oh, I'm losing all my guys. No, oh my god. Spoink, you little idiot. Boop, boop. Yeah, you can replace some of the guys you've helped killed. You don't need an oranberry, but move. Oh my goodness. Do 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 do. And I'm gonna eat a little something. Huzzah. Yeah, I don't think I could offer enough to people right now to make a patron, but that is something I would like to do someday, to be able to offer like fun extra benefits. I just don't know what really I can offer besides like a art raffle, and I do like maybe a Discord benefits, like maybe secret chats only patrons can go in within the whatever Discord channel when I make one someday. Also, there's another question I want to ask. You know how in every game there are 2 or 3 things rivaling each other? Sun versus Moon, Past versus Future, and Scarlet and Violet, Space versus Time with Palkia and Dialga. What new 2 or 3 type rivalries would you add to Pokemon? Huh. That is a good one. Oh wait, I didn't need him. Aw, crud. Hard to say, because, the first thing that pops to my mind is something, just simple like, light versus dark, with dark not necessarily being evil, just being, like, of, like, darkness, nighttime thing, but one that's kind of covered with both, the life and death with, X and Y, and, sun and moon, being, like, day and night with sun and moon, of course. So, I am not sure what. I guess you could expand a little on, what Black and White was kind of doing, of, like, the natural versus science. So that might be interesting to, like, kind of elaborate more, because they did have, like, people, like, if in, Pokemon White, like, the world is based on if Reshiram and his, Hero King, won and made everyone kind of live alongside nature a little more. But it still becomes like modern city stuff for the most part. But there are some places I still see stay forest-like, versus other versus the other stuff. Thank you. You brought me tissue. Thank you.
Unplug the mic for a second.
Well, don't tell me what to do, especially on my stream. Just put the mic away from me. Hold on 1 second. I do apologize for that. But now I feel much better. I can breathe again. Well, Black and White, the rival thing was truth versus ideal. That's the actual thing. But they kind of showed it through the environment, where in the White games, like some of the towns and cities, like certain towns, not every town, but certain places, were influenced by whatever that past action and ideal that one was. So in the White games, you see a world that's a little more like keeping with how things used to be, one with nature, with like having the White Forest, or the whatever the Dragon Town is kind of more ancient looking. And then also in White 2, in the desert, they stop like the excavation, like building stuff, because they discovered ruins and didn't want to ruin those. Heh, ruin the ruins. Versus in Pokemon Black, where everything's a bit more modernized, so like the Dragon Town is more like futuristic tech. Instead of White Forest, it's Black City. And then in Black 2, in the desert area, they actually make a whole little city area. So they went through with the construction stuff regardless of the ruins that had been discovered. So they kind of touched on, like, nature versus civilized, like, controlled stuff, but I think that would make for a cool Pokemon game of actually having, like, a more focused, in-depth thing about, having, like, civilized stuff, like, showing, like, maybe through Pokemon, like, how Pokemon have been influenced by humans and stuff. Kind of a... I guess it would be kind of like a sort of, like, environmental debate sort of thing, but you could show, like, both the perks and cons of both sticking to nature and, becoming more, like, civilized stuff. So, like, maybe some Pokemon do better in the wild and stuff, but then others maybe have been saved from extinction due to, like, the help of humans and stuff, or, can be helped with Pokemon centers and healed and such. What is this? Defense. I'll give it to myself. So yeah, it wasn't exactly what Black and White was doing, but they kind of dabbled in it, just a little bit. So, maybe something like that, would be good. And in fact, I remember, because, like, I associate that also with Pokemon Black and White a lot, because that was a whole, like, thing with the villains, like the Team Plasma, at least the original one, that, they were just... Sorry, what was that again? Ideal versus truth. So Zekrom embodies ideal, and Reshiram embodies truth. So that's the ideal of, like, do you go after what is, so, like, when it comes to the two, which is, like, a priority of following, like, what is ideal, or following what is true. And in the end, it kind of needs to be a balance of both, is the true moral of that. But that was sort of the thing in Black and White. You got the Dragon of Truth and the Dragon of Ideals. And then you got the Ice Dragon of Void. They also represented Yin and Yang, Reshiram and Zekrom, and then Kyurem, which is the kind of leftover body of the original dragon that Reshiram and Zekrom used to be. Represents a Wuji, W-U-J-I, which is the absence of both yin and yang. Oh my dang freaking nose. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do apologize for the gross sounds. Yeah, probably should have unplugged the mic. Anyway. Truth is grounded, but ideals can make us more than what we already are. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. So that is the beauty of both truths and ideals. Of course, I was always team truth with, preferring, like, the more nature stuff, but that also made me play Pokemon Black that had more of, like, the ideals imprinted in the world. But then I got to play with Reshiram, which was my favorite of the two. And I also do like that Reshiram and Zekrom are kind of based on, like power sources sort of thing. Like, Reshiram having, like, a fiery furnace sort of thing. And, like, things being fueled by, like, fire and stuff. And then Zekrom being, like, fueled by electricity. So, like, a newer fuel technology thing. And then, I guess, Kyurem's cold would represent having, like, no, the absence of, like, heat and fuel. So, still haven't found either a mystery house or... even a strong foe so far. Wait, did you ever mention, which new rivalry you would add? Yeah, I would, want to add, the, domestication, civilization versus, like, natural and wild. And you can even have, like, two different, like, teams, kind of like, Aqua and Magma, but, like, with, like, making civilization versus... Who knows? Maybe that'll be what the actual gimmick in ZA is about, like... Because they have a whole thing of, like, trying to, like, coexist with Pokemon. And it's like, what if that's a thing of, like, finding a balance between nature and humanity. So yeah, that would be my gift. Do you want to proceed without giving an apple? Yes, I don't need a fainted Pokemon. Also, the ice dragon is what the black and white dragon came from. Like they split from him. Exactly. So what happened is that there was an original dragon. We've never seen or like learn what the actual name of this original dragon, but it served this original hero king guy. And then he had two. Either he had served one single like king or two kings. But oh yeah, okay. So it originally served two kings. That worked together. They were brothers, but then they started arguing about stuff, and the dragon couldn't choose between them, and so it actually split its spirit, its own fairy spirit and soul, into two. And that one became Zekrom and went to the brother who sought ideal, and the other one became Reshiram and went to the brother that sought truth. And then the original dragon's body was left behind, and that became Kyurem. So Kyurem is the absence of Reshiram and Zekrom. That's why it can fuse with Zekrom and Reshiram to make like the black Kyurem and white Kyurem. Because it's kind of trying to fuse back into its original form, but it can't, because it only can fuse with one at a time, and it needs both of them to be complete. It's really cool lore, I love it. And there's so much cool like fan art and stuff of what the original dragon might have looked like. It's possible it wasn't ice type originally, and maybe it was some other typing, and then might have just gotten the ice type from a meteor. Because it was assumed that Kyurem came from a meteor, but it's also then later confirmed that Kyurem was the body of that original dragon. So it's possible, it's actually my own headcanon, I'm realizing that the original dragon's body kind of just wandered around and then got struck by that icy cold meteor that made like the meteor cave or whatever it is. No, meteor caves in this game, but whatever that whole like meteor crash site in X and Y is called, where you find Kyurem originally. And I believe that's what damaged it to make it look kind of like malformed and stuff, that maybe got injured from that and gained ice powers from that icy meteor. That is, again, just my headcanon, but I think it's cool. And it would explain it, and it would also explain why, like, if its appearance change... No, I want to stay. It explained maybe why people didn't associate it right away with the original dragon if its appearance changed. And then why, like, its appearance then would only have appeared after that meteor fell, and why they assumed that it came from the meteor. I really do. I think X and Y might be my favorite Pokemon games. I also really liked Black and White. That's what I was saying. Black and White are my favorites, and X and Y are a very close second for me because I really love the stories. That's the biggest driving force for me in Pokemon games are the stories. I love them. So I love the whole thing with like N and the whole like debating like whether to like free Pokemon or not. All that testing, all that moral and everything. Also N's super hot. He's 19 at some point. He's 19, so he's legal. I can say that. I think he's 19 in Black and White, and then 21, I think, in Black 2 and White 2. Yeah, and then X and Y, I really liked that story, too. Of, like, the whole Team Flare, like... Team Flare's design sucks. They're... For being all about beauty and... and like, fashion and stuff, they certainly aren't fashionable. Rarity would probably have a heart attack upon seeing them. Hi, Kimmy. Like order versus chaos. Ooh, I've heard people talk about that sort of thing, of order versus chaos. In fact, I think that might also be the something. Okay, there's a Pokemon. There's a artist YouTuber. I shouldn't say a Pokemon one because they do a lot of original art too. But subjectively, is their YouTube, and they do a lot of stuff like that. So, they have a similar. Well, I guess it's not similar. It's okay. It's not at all similar. But yeah, I've heard of people talk about chaos versus order sort of thing, and that would be cool as well. I guess order and chaos kind of goes with natural, for like wild versus, like humanized modern stuff, because you can have like a nice orderly like civilization stuff, but it doesn't share the same beauty as chaotic nature and stuff. So both have their ups and downs. So I could see something like that too. The whole he's a hot thing threw me. Well, come on, kid. Oh, right, you haven't played Black and White, so you don't really know N that well. But just trust me, he's hot. He's hot. He put your Korean actors to shame. Kimmy always has the hots for Korean like actors and Japanese actors because she watches all the K-dramas and J-dramas. Who's hot? N. Natural Harmonia from the. He's originally the leader of Team Plasma in Black and White, but then gets betrayed by Getsis. And he actually does have a heart of gold. Like, the reason he's leading that team is because he wants to free Pokemon from abuse, but it's because of Getsis' manipulation that he's, like, kind of doing, like, the wrong thing. So Getsis is really the evil behind it. And poor N just wants to help his Pokemon, so he's more of, like, a helpful friend by the end of it. He even acts like, kind of your friend, because he wants to do things by the book with, like, at least the challenging ideal versus truth. So he actually helps you become, like, the hero of whatever dragon needs to rival his. Yeah, and then in Black 2 and White 2, he is just absolutely helping you and trying to correct Getsis, because Getsis is going against his, like, ideals of freeing the Pokemon and helping them. Getsis just wants to take over the world. He doesn't give a shit about Pokemon. He said something about orderly and, yeah, the wild and stuff. Ooh, another simple one like justice versus vengeance. Ooh, I like that. Because that is like a fun kind of gray area. It's like, what point does, is it justice, and at what point is it just vengeance and gets like corrupted? Because I like to think everyone seeks justice, but at some point it does turn into vengeance if it becomes for the wrong thing. So we didn't see any strong foes that time, and no mystery houses, so maybe. Yeah, so that would be a fun concept with some good morals to pass on to the children. Yeah. And that's something I think, like, at least in, like, more, like, Western cultures and stuff need, to be not so afraid to, like, teach some of these harder lessons to children earlier on, because otherwise it's confusing to them when they become adults and they become too, like, sheltered, quote-unquote, from that stuff, and they end up turning into little spoiled shits more often than anything. And also, they're gonna learn it somehow, so you might as well be the one to teach them in, like, a nice, healthy way, instead of, like, just waiting for, like, some kids, like, being taught by other kids who don't know what they're talking about. And then kind of getting the wrong message from that stuff. Because that's something I find a lot with, in Japanese, Asian cultures and stuff, is that they're not as afraid to tell children about serious topics. Like, they're not gonna, like, show them, like, sexual stuff, but they let them know of concepts like death and stuff that here in Western cultures we're still getting censored just for saying the words of and stuff. You sound so old. Screw you, Kimmy. You're the old one. If I'm old, you're ancient. Jack, Kimmy's bullied me again. We're slowly getting more points. Huzzah, huzzah. Yeah, so we were amazed when, like, finding out, like, like our friends in Japan, one of which was a Japanese exchange student that came and lived with us when I was a kid. And she was a teenager, and she's got kids now, and stuff, a whole family. It's really cool that and they still like us. Peace and violence, that's another one. Peace is like a nice ideal, but it can't protect you from when others are violent to you. So there does need to be another good balance like that. So yeah, peace and violence is another good one, where you can be too passive to the point you're damaging both yourself and those you love. Let's go get rid of that extra Yanma that decided to join. But then violence, if you're only violent, then you don't really have a fulfilling life. You just are miserably attacking everyone and everything around you. It's all about the balance. I do not ask for you to join. Begone. Pretty boo. Let's store some staffs. Need some more apples. Huzzah! And one more strong foe hold orb. Not strong foe. We're looking for a strong foe, but we need foe hold. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, so what I was saying about our friend in Japan, so she's got her own kids, and they're little kids too, and we found out that they, even though they're little, they enjoy watching Demon Slayer, you know, a show with, like, a very, like, a deep, like, emotional stuff, and death and whatnot, and betrayals, all sorts of, like, deep stuff like that. But it's not a big deal over there. And she's, like, a very, like, nice, sweet, by-the-book kind of a gal. So she's not, like, some lazy bum going, like, yeah, they can watch whatever, I don't care. She's a really good mom, is very sweet and caring of her kids, and it's just not a big deal over there to let them watch something like Demon Slayer. And they love it. So I think that's something we kind of need to allow a little more of. Like, sure, don't show them anything with, like inappropriate sexual content, but they should definitely be, like, able to, like, learn about some of these deeper stuff, because otherwise they will learn about them one day, and, or they'll be forced to learn them someday, like when they lose a pet or family member, and not really know how to process it, and act like cartoons and stories are a good way to teach these things. If we try to censor too much, then, one, what's the point of freedom of speech, and two, you can't keep babying your kids forever as much as we want to. Show them the ugliness of the world, exactly. Then they can appreciate the beauty and understand why adults act certain ways about things. They can understand how serious some things are. Let's go through Solar Cave again real quick. See if we can't find a mystery house or Aipom. Shiny Aipom, at least. A rival of beauty and ugliness. That's another fun one. I could definitely see that be something. I can't think right away about the moral, but yeah, just like embracing both things. They kind of had that, I guess, a little bit with at least Team Flare and X and Y, because they're all about like things that are beautiful, preserving what's beautiful. But the main rivalry was supposed to be life and death. But that was what the team was always about. They used either they abused both legendaries in order to preserve what they thought was a beautiful world. Internal and external beauty. There we go. I like that one too, Kimmy. Nice. Yeah, so you could either have it just a simple It'd be a nice way, actually, to do a whole lesson to the children of don't judge a book by its cover. So you could have a beautiful Pokemon, like a beautiful legendary that's actually very wicked and mean, and then a very ugly or scary-looking Pokemon that's actually, like, very benevolent and protects stuff. And then maybe, like, the villains, like, get, like, the legends they're looking for confused. So, like, maybe you could have two teams, like, one's seeking, like, the beautiful and benevolent one. Like, they just know from legends that one was super benevolent and loved, and the other one was feared and hated. And so they assume the beautiful one is like the benevolent one, so the one looking for that gets that. And then the team that has that's wanting, like, the big destructive one goes for like the ugly looking one because they think that's the big fearsome beast, but it turns out that one's passive. Meanwhile, the one that wants the beautiful protector ends up getting a beautiful manipulative creature that tries to destroy everything. And then you have to go to the other team and get the benevolent legendary from them. Something like that. That would be fun. You got me all hyped up. Okay, Pokemon, stop attacking from behind. What about something more natural? Something similar to land versus sea, space versus time, or past versus future? Huh, so something like not moral based, but just based on, like, the forces you would see. Huh. Well, I know we have Earth and Sea, and Rayquaza does kind of cover sky, but you could always have something that's a little more sky-based, like sky versus land sort of thing, which could include, like, ocean stuff. Yeah, and there's, like, night and day rivalry. Beep-be-doo. Hello, Poke Explorers. We were just talking about a fun thing of, like, what kind of game rivalries we could see in future games and what would be cool to see. Like, we were talking about ugliness versus beauty with the morals of that, or like nature versus civilization. We're trying to think of a natural one like land and sea, or sun and moon, that sort of stuff, and I can't think of nothing. How was your shiny hunting, gamer streamer? No luck this time so far. Gonna have a break in a few minutes, but we'll we'll be streaming for another 2 hours after. So yeah, another 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we still have time to find stuff. We're not even finding that many strong foes either, or even mystery houses that we're looking for too. Well, damn, even rare quality. Yeah, so we've only found like two like a strong foe Aipoms that could potentially have been shiny, but they were not shiny. Okay, we don't need you. So we're still looking. But nice to meet you too, Poke Explorer, Renz. Yeah, Renz, Poke Explorer. Should say your name properly. Worry Walk would be nice to have. Help avoid traps. Oh yes, I have happy news aside this game. Ooh? Do you wish to share with the class? Now you got me curious. What? The Sky Legendary appears on a delicious remix. Jetzt ist on my wood. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, the cafe remix. That's right. I did hear about that. I don't play the Pokemon Cafe remix, but I did hear they're having an anniversary thing, and it came with like a really cute artwork that I actually saved for making into my computer wallpaper. It does look like an absolutely adorable game. I'm just not into phone games myself as things like that, but it is adorable. There's no question there. Love the art style. Oh, you have a thought about it. Nice. Don't need giraffe rig. Haboop. By Sky Legendary, do you mean Rayquaza? I remember I always used to think it was Rayquaza. But then the movie came out and they said Rayquaza, and I was like, excuse you? Screw it, similarity versus opposites. I really can't think of any natural forces, so I'm in the same boat as you, Warhead. I can't think of nothing. Well, in the Pokemon Cafe says we could go with, like, cream versus decaf. Those are natural forces, right? Yeah, okay, it is Rayquaza. Nice. Boop 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 boop. Where's my food? I'm gonna eat the food. So yeah, they kind of covered all that. I remember long ago, like back when Diamond and Pearl first came out, there was this one funny animation. I want to say it was made by someone called Nintendo. Like where it was a DOH, like going like do, sort of thing. But it was some animation about how Nintendo kind of covered everything they could with the Pokemon games and like what kind of sort of like legends and stuff. It's like we got the the creators of Land and Sea, the God of the Skies, and all that, the embodiments of life and death. Like, they actually called Cresselia and Darkrai the embodiments of life and death, which then later they had X and Y where they literally did make Xerneas and Yveltal, who were the life and death ones. And so, like, all the trainers were like, okay, so we got enough of this, is like, so what do we do now? Go for now, and it's like the other gal goes, there's only one thing we can do. We're going for God. And then he goes, wait, nope, we already got God too. And then it cuts to like Nintendo, like all in a meeting, and then they're all just like quietly thinking, and then one finally goes, fuck! Because they can't think of anything new to add. I remember that was a funny animation long ago. I'm sure it's still somewhere on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube never forgets. Okay, no mystery houses. Really like a mystery house. Space and time. Ad break. Kimmy, are you getting ads? I thought you were subscribed to me. You shouldn't be getting ads if you're subscribed. Yeah, I'll raise my special attack, why not? And there is a job at floor 18. Okay. So that's just some fainted guy I'm not interested in. Bruh, Nintendo dough. Yeah, I remember I was a little kid when that animation originally came out. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that same animator did a bunch of different Nintendo-based animations, and I think they did the original Yoshi going like, "Fireballs, yum!" I think that was them. I honestly can't say with confidence just because it has been so long since I've seen those. Assign number 1 gamer streamer, what are others using number 5 or number 9? What? What are you saying? I am very confused. What is this language which you speak? I do not speak English, I speak American, so you have to speak very simply to me. I am a simple creature. Oh no! Controller! Well, we'll be fine until we go to break, and I'll swap out the controllers then. Wait, the life and death Pokemon were the mascots of X and Y? Yeah! I thought it was just a Zygarde that was the mascot. No, Zygarde was kind of like the third of the trio for X and Y. And that's why everyone always wanted like a Pokemon Z game to come out. Because they wanted one with the kind of like how we got Emerald with Rayquaza and then Platinum with Giratina. So they were hoping for that with Zygarde, but we didn't get that for a long time. And it's only now that with Pokemon Legends ZA that we're getting the Zygarde one. So Yveltal represents death in that it kind of refers as like an anti-phoenix, I would call it, where it like absorbs the life force of other creatures in order to sustain its eternal life. And then Xerneas has like so much life force to give that it like gives it out to like both like nature and Pokemon to like give life to everything else. Which can drain it and make it tired enough to like have to go into like its little dormant tree state. Okay, I'm gonna have y'all wait there. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. So yeah, that was the whole thing, was that Yveltal represented death and Xerneas represented life, and then Zygarde represents balance. It like keeps nature in balance, everything's in balance with it. Just like TCG P number of edible decks. Okay, Pokemon card stuff, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so it's going that way, it looks like, so it should be able to cut it off over here. Nope, it's decided to suddenly go back this way. You jerk. And it's just leaving entirely. And my teammates is my Twitch banner. Okay, cool. But I gotta change a newer one. Okay, gotcha. Still don't entirely understand, but I appreciate you trying to explain. I just found out something. Pokemon Gold and Silver shares the night versus day concept with Sun and Moon. Oh, it shares night and day concepts? I knew I thought it was like, that, like, Lugia kind of represented water, and then, Ho-Oh represented fire, in a sense. Because it was meant to be like a fiery phoenix. Let's see. Okay, it's still going that way. So I go here. Man, this little bastard is giving me the workaround. The runaround. Oh no! Oh no! Workaround is a different thing, isn't it? I meant runaround. Oh, nah, crud. Boo. Oh, there's a strong foe, but he's a loser. Okay, we go. Line them back up. Okay, all y'all follow me. I go down here and double check that there's no possible room for more stuff. No, it does not look like it. So we're moving on. Fire First Water is the first game. Yeah, so they had that with the starters. I know they had like red and blue in America, and then they had fire and grass though in the Japan version. So it was red and green back then. So the blue version was just for the American release, I think. And so then that's why when the games were re-released, they were fire red and leaf green. If I'm remembering that correctly. I could be saying this backwards, because I actually didn't play those original first games. I was little and didn't play video games back then. Yeah, so even though Lugia and Ho-Oh kind of did like a fire-water opposite thing, I don't think it was like really kind of driven like home hard. It was kind of more just a they didn't quite have a strong counteracting thing. So I think that's why they're able to. They kind of just shrugged it off and were like, "Oh well." Oh, here we go. See, big rooms, long tunnels. Told you. And will we get our precious Shiny in here? Oh, let us see. Let us see. No. No, you may be pink like we were wanting, but you are not at all what I wanted. I'll take your stuff, though. It's mine now. You made me waste an invitation I could have used. Oh, I'm actually going to eat this now. Don't care about that. We've got a full party, so we don't need you. We're just moving on. How about star versus black hole type of theme? Ooh, that would be cool. I could see that. That's kind of nature-y. I like that. Wait, no, I just said I don't have room in my party. Go away. And we are actually overdue for a break. So go stretch your legs and hydrate before you dehydrate, and we'll be back in a wee bit. Okay, we're back. Hi guys, what's up? Hehe. Alright, we're back. I hope you got a good leg stretch and bathroom break. It's important to drink the water, so you don't want to dehydrate. Otherwise you end up in an Oregon Trail game and die of dysentery. But that's not... dysentery is a little different from just dehydration. It makes you die of dehydration because of all the bowel movements. There's that. But I won't go into that too much. It's not why any of you are here. It was just the other day I was watching the Star Kid musical, The Trail to Oregon, and they make fun of all those Oregon Trail game jokes and stuff. It's pretty funny. Oh my god! What kind of loop is this? No! Oh no! Okay, you need to die, like, right now. I do not like you. Oy vey. Oy vey, oy vey. Okay, we're back. We're fine. No, I do not want some creepy guy like you who's known for abducting children. Maxithas, there we go. Toast. Hello. Oh yeah, so I remember last week I was having a lot of internet issues that were really making me suffer. So we went to the store like we said we would for the new router, but even though that's what we were told to do, because we use our AT&T to for internet, because any other internet providers around here absolutely suck garbage. So might as well just pay the guys we're already paying. But so they told us just go to your local AT&T store for a router upgrade, and we're like, okay. So we go there, and they're like, oh no, we don't get routers here. We're not actually part of the AT&T like franchise. We just have like, we're just a shop with the AT&T name or something. Oh yeah, low batteries. So even though they got like AT&T stuff there and advertise AT&T, they don't got it. They don't got routers. They're like, oh sorry, we don't carry routers. They don't send us anything. I'm like, god dang it. So I had to go online and get stuff. So I did get a new router today, but I didn't want to potentially be late for stream setting it up. So that's something I'm gonna get to play with tomorrow. So I shouldn't have any more internet issues, ideally, if this new one works. So hopefully it does. Boy, 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 boy. Blah, blah. Blah, blah. Nope, I don't want you either. Give it. No, no, no. Don't need money. We are filthy, stinking rich. Do-do. Ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And just another regular one. Oh well. I just thought of something. Natural disasters versus human disasters. Ooh. Earthquakes, tsunamis, etc. with human-made disasters like pollution, Chernobyl disaster, yeah. Nuclear explosions, oil spills, all of that jazz. That'd be another interesting one. You could actually have, like, some, like, monster that was, like, made from, like... Because they are pocket monsters. So you could have, like, some Pokemon, like, kind of beastly monster that was made from, like, the pollution and stuff, made by humans and stuff, or something maybe similar to, Mewtwo, where, like, maybe it was supposed to, like, help eat garbage or something, like a Super Garbodor or something. And then, a legendary that causes natural disasters. Which, fun fact about natural disasters, There's one that seems like it's an absolutely horrible thing to have happen, but is actually a healthy part of, like, some, like, forms of, like, environments and stuff is, natural wildfires. Not like a man-made one, but natural ones that happen from, like lightning storms and stuff. Those actually help with, nature sometimes, where one, it burn away the old foliage to make way for new ones. And also there are animals that even aren't scared of fires and will actually, hunt for, like, certain birds will, like, go to the edge of fires so that they can, hunt for, like, mice and lizards that are fleeing from the fire. Pretty cool stuff. And that's something I've learned from living in the California area, too, is that, there are some areas that, do normally get fires, and while, yes, it is scary and, dangerous to be around and stuff, it can actually be good for nature to, just let it, like, burn as it does. It refreshes the environment. Got another Aipom. He's just a regular. Dang, someone should write that down. Write that down, write that down! I believe, actually, Groudon is responsible for, like, earthquakes and eruptions, so Groudon kind of fits with that natural disaster. But so does Kyogre. They're all kind of natural forces of disaster. But yeah, Pokemon specifically made for, like, the human, like, disasters versus natural disasters. That'd be fun. Especially if, like, the two legendaries are kind of made to prevent the others', like, destructive powers, so then they end up fighting each other, which ends up just causing more disasters than if they were just left on each of them on their own. So it's like, yeah, you kind of can't be controlling the other, you gotta just watch yourself. That sort of thing. I can get volcano eruptions, but I don't see what can tsunamis do besides expanding the sea environment. The land animals are screwed. Yeah. Yeah, that was the whole point of Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald and their other sequels. Was that Team Magma wanted to expand the land for more land Pokemon to have, and then Team Aqua wanted to expand the sea to have more sea Pokemon have homes. But then they realized, when getting the legendaries that coincide with their goals, they didn't really care about helping the Pokemon, they were just causing mayhem. So even though Groudon was making more land, it was making it harsher for land Pokemon and humans to survive. And then Kyogre was making the sea too dangerous for even aquatic Pokemon to live. And that's why Rayquaza has to come and keep the two in check. I need an apple, Mimi's a hungry. There we go. Good job, Miss Magius. Miss Magius. I don't think there's a mystery house here, but we will look around just in case. Actually, we'll let you have that billy-doo, no? Groudon and Kyogre just, focus on the land and sea, so they have to really insensitive. So they have to be really insensitive to care about anything else. So they'd have to be really insensitive. Okay, I got a little confused by the grammar there, or just my reading. But I'm realizing now that reading your guys' messages, actually, your, like, comments and chat and stuff, actually help with cold reading practice. which is something I haven't spoke of before. It's an important exercise with voice acting, or even just speeches, or any sort of work where you have to read stuff off of like paper and stuff. Maybe something news anchors have to do as well. So what cold reading is just you take like any sort of like material with words on it. It can be like the recipe of some meal. It can be the description in the book, some math equation problems, anything at all. But the point is to use something that you're not familiar with. So like something you don't have memorized. So that you can look at it and see it for the very first time and read it out loud as you're seeing it for the first time. Such as with your guys' comments. Wait, I fucked that up. Okay. It's so they have no real incentive to care about anything else. That's true, yeah. They only care about asserting their dominance and expanding their territory. I'm pretty sure it's just a territorial dispute for them. Is all the land and sea battle is. Yeah, so Team Aqua and Magma did kind of have their hearts in the right place, that they were caring for, like, the Pokemon. But they kind of just went about it the wrong way. Okay, your defense. Let's give it to you. Why not? Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Speed! So yeah, cold reading, you take just anything at all that you're not familiar with, don't have memorized or anything. Ideally something new that you've never seen before. And then just read that. Like, you don't take the time to stop and read, you just read it as you go. And it's also very likely, depending on where you're at least if you're me, that you're gonna be flubbing it and stuff, but that's the point of the exercise, is that you can get used to reading something on the fly. Without stammering, doing ums, or misspeaking, or even like having your brain fill in what's being said. So something fun some people do is take something with bad grammar. So like the one article Game Grumps made famous of the rumor come out, does Bruno Mars is gay? Some article like that would actually be good for doing cold reading, practicing on, because it will force you to like turn off what you think is going to be said. My brain is terrible at thinking it knows what's going to be said and editing what I'm reading to that, even if that's not what's being written. So I should probably read some more of those like sort of like messy things. So like the more absurd it is and stuff with the grammar, that like don't always do that, but that can help once in a while to train your brain to stop and read what's being said, or that's written down, instead of just what your brain wants to say. Because that's also especially important with a job like voice lines and anime dubs, any sort of like voice acting stuff, because at least with like anime dubs, you don't really get the time to stop and like study the lines and everything beforehand. You're given the paper, you're shown the scene, and then you gotta bring it to life. So cold reading helps to fix all those grammar mistakes, because they only have studios for like like they rent out studios and stuff, whoever's like hiring you to do voice acting for so long. So you need to be able to read those stuff accurately without wasting time with too many bloopers. Some people do enjoy the occasional funny blooper, but doing too much of it may make you seem unreliable and people won't hire you. So doing something like cold reading can certainly help to get you better at reading stuff. It's certainly a weakness I need to work on. And I'm realizing streaming is helping with that, because you guys give me stuff to cold read all the time. Thank you. Look at you doing voice acting exercises. Yeah! See, I even stammered on exercises for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm getting better, I think. I'm getting better. Yeah. It is important, muy importante. My grammar mistakes are actually helping, lol. They are! They really are! Because then it makes me stop and have to read it exactly like it is. And The thing is, especially online, a lot of times people will intentionally spell things wrong just because it's funny that way. Like, it do be like that, though. Things like that. So even though my brain might want to fix it, it's important to not do so that I can read what's actually being said. Because sometimes it's part of the joke to say something wrong, like Mimi Hungy, or things like that. So yeah, you guys are helping with my acting career. Thank you. Oh yeah, and speaking of that, that famous, like, poorly written article of the rumor come out, does Bruno Mars is gay thing. It's like, I'm not sure if it was just a poor translation or was like I don't think it was AI written because it was like kind of before that was a modern popular thing to have. But there were certainly a lot of grammar issues to the point, and it's meant to be in English, but it's so many grammar issues to the point that you cannot even understand really what they're trying to say. Something about rumors of Bruno Mars being gay, and you can't even tell if they're saying he is gay or not from how bad the grammar is. And it is... there's a video you can see of Game Grumps reading it, or at least some of it, and it's really funny. And I actually quoted that for a Scribbler's Headline and Heartline video. Because, like, it's all about, like, a little gossip gazette thing. Like, giving false rumors about, like, Twilight and Applejack being in a relationship. So I wrote, the rumor come out, does Twilight Sparkle is gay? I was quite proud of that reference. Even if not many people will get the reference, I still liked it. You gotta give me a laugh, so that's a victory there. That alone. Speaking of acting, how are you with that reading you're making? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I have not made any progress, no. I really want to. I want to try this week. I keep thinking I'm going to, but then either I just get lazy and tired. I blame at least last week on, like, severe burnout from the previous week of constant working. So I am hoping ideally I'll have time and energy this week to get to recording that stuff. So yeah, I've been a bad. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I have a really bad case of procrastination. Hey. I'm working on it. I said I had to work on it. I promised to get it done by my birthday. I promise. July 12th on Saturday. You'll see it uploaded. I swear. Otherwise, I'll just have to retire. Oh. Okay. I just wasted a reviver seed. You know what? I deserve it. I've been procrastinating on my work. Yeah. That is the price I pay. We saved a guy. I am very sorry for the wait. I am wanting to get it done still. That's still on my list of things to do. I don't know why I keep procrastinating it so much. Some sort of weird, like, deep-seated, like, insecurity thing, I'm certain, because it's about my own work in it. But I always feel better after recording, too. I just always procrastinate and, like, get worried about getting into the little, like, studio to record voice stuff. Don't put off tomorrow what can be done today. Indeed, words of wisdom I need to live by. I'll make sure to get some recording done this week. I make an oath to you. I got Wednesday and Thursday off. There's nothing I have planned or scheduled. Do you really want to escape? No. Would you like to go on? Yes. So I have no excuse not to record Wednesday and Thursday. I appreciate you guys staying on me to help keep me on the straight and narrow path. And let's get an apple. Huzzah! Ba 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 ba. Does it look like there's any mystery houses around here? And I actually haven't found the stairs yet either. And I boop you. There's the stairs. Alright, well, that's the second time we've gone through here with, nothing. Always have a spare friend bows just in case something happens. So, what should we do now? We have, had no success so far. I guess I'll just keep going back to, Solar Cave and, I'm hopes of getting something there, cause I can at least find either a shiny Aipom there or a mystery house with Lucario. So I'll keep going back there for now. I don't need any more dojo tickets. Don't need to go crown the sea. I'm too lazy to even find the job. What? What the hell? Send me back. There we go. Another solar cave. Anything cool? Nothing really. I'm okay for now. And that should do it. Onward. Okay, so I think we already have a shiny Corsola, so we actually don't need the job there. We don't have that one, though. I said Solar Cave. Let's keep going to Solar Cave. Doesn't really matter where we go, our shiny odds remain the same. But we have at least a chance at a mystery house here. Hadouken! Hadouken! Excuse you, I said Hadouken. God. It's like some of these Pokemon don't even want to die. Oh. Hey, Jigs. Welcome. Get on the tour bus. It's tour bust here. Hey, Flatty, what's your favorite food? It kind of depends on whatever I'm craving. I used to really love chicken tenders as a kid, like the ones you would get in the deli, but they've always been changing the recipes since then, so I don't trust it as much. But my local place's spicy chicken tenders are always really good. God, I'm actually wanting some right now. Spaghetti's always delicious, and you can't beat a good steak. For snacks, I enjoy chips. I felt kind of hungry for a bit, and I wanted to talk about food. Chicken tenders, yeah. Yeah, the spicy chicken tenders, they're delicious, but they also destroy my guts. But, oh, the pain is worth it. They're so good. I don't think I need any more evolution crystals, but by golly, I just can't see an evolution crystal and not pick it up. It is just ingrained in me. Destroy your guts. Yeah, and chips are really good. I'm always swapping between different types of chips. Overall, I like just like a simple, like generic potato chip sort of thing. Like, oh yeah, a nice sea salt one is always really good. But I've been like having a hunger for Doritos lately, so I got a bag of those to eat, and those have been real nice. I fairly rarely ever like crave Doritos, but man, when I do, I really, really want them. What other fun foods do I like? Oh yeah, tekkemaki. Is sushi roll with like, it's just the rice seaweed and red tuna. Not yellowtail tuna, but just regular tuna. And that is so good. You get the right kind of soy... And I'm very picky about my soy sauce, too. Because some soy sauce is kind of just, like, bland. But I like the really, like, a sweet soy sauce that makes it just taste like candy. Which, thankfully, I get around here. And it is so good. Man, you got me hungry. Hadouken. Oh, when is our job at? Floor 19. Okay, at the very end. No, I'm not pressing that. I'm pressing up. I want to explore. Hadouken. What's your favorite food, Warhead? And anyone else in chat? Yeah, it's hard to say any real specific food for me just because it's always based on whatever I'm craving. Have you ever been to one of those American Chinese food places? I miss General Tao's chicken. Oh yeah, I think I might have had some of those before. Those are good. Or at least there was some, like, a similar restaurant like that, and I'd get, like, the orange chicken without the orange sauce, and I really like that, just the simple stuff. Kimmy likes avocados. Those are her favorites. And speaking of avocados, there's some really funny, like, little joke meme that we saw long ago. It was I'm sure it was some Twitter post or something long ago, but, someone was complaining about, like, it's like, I love avocados and everything, but I really wish they would, like, change up the toys inside. I just get wooden balls each time because of the little seed pit in it. So they act like that's, like, a toy, and a mystery toy you get inside of it. And they're like, wooden... so Kimmy is always like, she'll open one of her avocados, she'll be like, wooden ball again. It is a fun one. I really like burgers. Yeah, burgers are nice too. Oh, and we got like this, I went to this, one of the local restaurants we have around here. They make like the best burgers I've ever tasted. And it's not like super big or anything, but they just are really flavorful and delicious. And I noticed that it tasted a little different, like it was a good different, but like it had like an extra little punch and kick to the taste to it. I was like, ooh. So I asked them about it, and they told me about this new little like a spice like combination they were that they bought. I don't know if it's a local place or not, so I won't say if it is, just in case it is. I don't think it's local, but I'm paranoid, so I won't say what it is. But it was like some spice thing that I didn't know, and so it was really cool. So we ordered some, and I think we ordered it online, yeah, and then they mailed it to us. And we've been making homemade burgers with that, and oh, it's so good. It just, oh, it makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you're fine not to. I love eating guacamole with chips. It's so delicious. I've never been a fan of guacamole, but I do enjoy like just a regular, tortilla chips once in a while. Just like a nice, pure comforting taste. I'll have to ask. Kimmy, are you there? Can you tell me if the spice thing is a local thing or not? So if I could share it with people to order online or not, because it's really good spice combo stuff. I don't know if it's just for burgers or if it's for like any sort of beef you're cooking, but man, it's good. We'll have to see if Kimmy maybe hears, and if she can tell me whether it was a local thing or not. Because we had to order it online. We couldn't get it at, like, the local grocery store or anything. It's from up north. Okay. It's called Ted and Barney's. Okay, it's a Ted and Barney's spice. So yeah, you could buy on. So we bought it online. You can too, and it's so good. I'm not sure if it appeared in the chat there, but on my stream. But Ted and I thought at first they said Ten and Barney's, but it's Ted, and then Ted and Barney's, and it's so good. It is the best burger seasoning you could ever get. It's got a little bit of a kick to it, but it's a really good kick. Thank you for sharing with that, Kimmy. So that's just a fainted Pokemon? Yeah, so it's not the client. But we still gotta check around just in case there's a mystery house. Yeah, so I'll still probably go back to the restaurant just because they do a really nice thing where, like, when cooking up their burgers, they will, like, sometimes, like, heat, like, the inside of the bun. So when you go take a bite of the bun, it's, like, it's still a fresh, soft bread inside, but it has just a little bit of, like, a crunch to the underside of it, and oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Kimmy, I'm hungry. Chat made me hungry. I need to figure out food for myself after this, and it just made it 10 times worse talking about all this good stuff. So I can't just shrug my shoulders and be like, oh, I guess I'll go with, like, a simple thing just to get food in me. How much longer will you stream, Flatty? For my time, it is 6:43 p.m., Pacific Standard Time or Pacific Daylight Time, and I stream till 8, so just about another hour and 10 minutes. It is also possible I might get impatient enough and just end stream early, just because I'm so hungry now. Ew! Mystery house! Riolu Lucario. Please, Riolu Lucario. Please. Please! Oh, come on. What is it? What is it? What is it? Just let me in. God damn it, you big bastard. You're a fighting type, but you're not the fighting type I wanted. You're a lie. And there'll only be one mystery house, so that means there's nothing there. What kind of chips do you like, Flatty? My favorites are, and for European watchers, we're talking about crisps. In the U.S., so fun fact, in the U.S., they're called potato chips, and then in the U.S., they're called crisps, because chips in the UK refer to French fries, what we call French fries in the U.S. Those are chips. So that's why when you get fish and chips, you get fries. For Americans that are confused. Anyway, so speaking of just crisps sort of chips, my favorite tends to be like just a nice plain potato chip with sea salt flavoring. So like Kettles or Miss something. I want to say like it's a Miss Mary's. I think it's called Miss Mary's. That's a really good one. And Cape Cod. Those are all different versions that are like a nice good one. Some of them are more oily and greasy than others, but they are overall really nice and tasty. I used to really like Cheetos as a kid too, but whew, excuse me. As I've gotten older, it's just gotten harder on my stomach to eat Cheetos. So if ever I get the craving for them, I have to just I just have to get like a really tiny bag in order to like get like that flavor in, and even then I might still get sick. I never go the appeal of Cheetos. It was just a nice like childhood garbage snack. But yeah, as I've gotten older, I've slowly been losing the taste for it. It just gets harder on the stomach and stuff. Doritos are kind of similar, which is why I don't crave them as much. But Doritos do taste a little healthier than Cheetos do. And I don't like them as much, but Fritos I've learned to like now as an adult too. Like, I used to not like Fritos. Like, everyone else I knew and like my family stuff liked Fritos, but they were too like plain and boring for me, so I didn't care. But now as I'm older, like, I only want that little bit of like a little salty flavor with like a tortilla chip, so I'm like, oh yeah, so I love the Fritos now. And I used to really love Lay's too, but again, as I've gotten older, it's just been killer on my stomach, and it just kind of tastes bad for me. That was a small dungeon there. That was a small floor on the dungeon. Started to lose my taste for Doritos too, yeah. I very, very rarely ever crave them. But I have recently, so I've gotten to taste those again, and those have been really nice and satisfying. But yeah, overall, I don't eat too much, and even nowadays, I used to be able to eat like entire bags at a time when I was younger, which was amazing. I wasn't fat back then. But now as I've gotten older, I don't crave it as much. So I'll maybe have like a few chips like to get the flavor, and then that's it. Then I just roll up the bag and I'm done with it. At least for the time being, until the next time I hunger. Yeah, them 30-year-old genes. It really does change, it is amazing how much your flavors and taste for things change as you get older. Really makes you curious about the science, but, I can't be bothered to pay attention enough to figure out, like, the science behind all that stuff is, but It certainly is interesting just how much, like, garbagey stuff you eat as a kid and love to eat, and then as you get older, you're like, no, it tastes like garbage. And I was always so offended when my parents would, like, refer to my foods as garbage. And I was like, stop calling it that. They're food. And then now I'm grown up and I'm like, yeah, it's garbage. But it's tasty garbage. Wah, wah. Ooh, strong foe, strong foe. Will this one be a shiny? Let us see. Boop, boop. Boo, Hadouken, boo, 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 ba 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 ba, wah 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 wah. Okay, be calm, Okay, everyone, act cool. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get this working. Okay, you are gonna chill the fuck out. You are going there. We gotta use an invite orb. Alright. Double check. So, yep, she's got a friend bow, so we can recruit it. She's got the ability friendly, and we are using only full swipe to try and get this sucker. Which will also boost our odds. And we've got a full maxed out squad up team. Yes! Yes! Okay, this stream was a success. We got a shiny. Let's go! PogChamp! Do I sound like the younglings now? Okay, we get to the view. Goodbye, Jinx. Thank you for your help. Oh my goodness, we finally did it. We'll keep going through here because we're still looking for the mystery house for Lucario and Ryle, but gosh dang, we got ourselves a shiny, people. We got a shiny. Do-do-do-do-do-do-boo. Oh, right. We could go together. Sorry about that. And now I'm not worried about recruitments because, oh, but not too lived. Good job. You are a strong little bed. Swap that one for the spikes I can't use. Do. Oh, look at this shining beauty. Oh.
Let's do our best.
Yep, that's his voice. That's his canon voice right there. What? Awesome, John. I'm thinking I'm gonna log off and take a nap. That sounds good. You sleep well, buddy. I'll see you next time, Warhead. Ooh, and as one friend leaves, another one joins. I think it's a new friend. Hello, new friend.
Hello.
Don't need him. We just got ourselves our first shiny of the stream. We might be able to find another, but we at least got a shiny Aipom. We just got him.
Hello. I'll follow you, Aster. Hehe.
Ooh, I realize Aster rhymes with master. I like that. Alright, and it looks like there's no room for a mystery house, so we'll just keep on going. So we still got a job to do here. And we can look for Lucario in the mystery houses. Lucario in the mystery of house. Hehe. Don't worry, Drowsy, you got this. You got this. Oh, well, he's leaving. Okay. Joker Lady Gamer resubscribing for a third month with the tier 1. Thank you, Kimmy. I do very much appreciate your love and support. Hehe. Indeed. If you give me a follow, I have if you follow me on Twitch, I've got my new emotes that I made myself. And if you even subscribe on Twitch, then you get even 5 more emotes. And maybe as I get and it looks like as you get more views and interactions in Twitch, you'll unlock more emote slots, so I'll be able to unlock more over time. Kimmy, I think some of your emotes are having a stroke there. But yeah, you get the Wayward Soul emotes, also known as the VVs. Because I'm Flatty Voices. Hee. Oh, we got a little sleepy monkey over there. You having fun with the emotes, Kimmy? No, I don't need you. Thank you, though. And I'll attack you just for fun. Do I want to swap you for anything? Tunnel Wand, sure. Uh-oh. I don't like you attacking so close to my shiny. Drowsy lived, apparently. La 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 la. Alright. Doesn't look like there's mystery houses here. Can't seem to find... Okay, am I out of Shadow... Oh yeah, I turned off Shadow Ball. That's what happened. I keep forgetting that every dang time. Haboob! Hadoo! Ken! Hadouken! Oh! Jesus, that was a different noise. It scared the crap out of me. I forgot I had some different noise. Ew! Jared Games has raided you with a party of 6! Oh! Oh, thank you for me! Wayward Souls, you know what to do! Draw your swords! Oh, but Chad, I mean, just Kimmy, who happens to be here. Anyway, thank you for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Not sure if, my Wayward Souls, there we go, draw your swords! So, hello everyone joining in and raiding in. My name is Flatty Voices. I am the Puka. As you can see, from a fairy from Celtic mythology. And yes, I do look like a cute little fuzzy creature. Oh boy! Ooh, we got a monster house, but that's okay. I always come prepared. So I stream a variety of different types of video games and stuff. Oh, I've never been raided, so I'm all flustered now. Well, I may have been raided like by one person before, but not by such a big number of them. So welcome. I play mostly Nintendo games. I'm currently playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, where I am working on recruiting every single Pokemon, including all of the shiny variants. Let's see, where is my foehold? There we go. Ooh! And you pet fish, thank you for the follow! Oh, it's so nice! And that allows you access to the Wayward Soul emotes that I call, like, the VV whatever emotion they are. So, like, the little Wayward Souls drawing out their swords, because I called all my followers Wayward Souls. That seems to be a thing with me for some reason, and it's just stuck. Hee hee. So yes, I'm working on shiny hunting right now and mystery dungeon and recruiting all the guys, so along with shinies I'm trying to get a Lucario. And then on Fridays I'm playing Hollow Knight, where I may not 100% it, but I'm gonna get most of that game done and at least get the true ending. So you can expect a lot of fun things like that. Thank you for, even if you just stopped in for a moment, I appreciate the company.
Hehe. Yay! Oh my gosh, that's fun having a raid go on.
I need to figure out how to do raids myself, because I really neglect doing that. The only problem is usually the few people that do hang out with me are tired and going to bed by the time that I'm done streaming, so we don't really have the energy to raid usually, so I gotta get into doing that more, because even if it's just for a moment, shows support and community. It also feels really good, as you've demonstrated for me. Thank you. Tiny Reviver Seed, I like that. Let's use one of the, guiding wands here.
Huzzah! Ba-da-boo, ba-da-ba-da-boo. Huzzah!
Yeah, and I did get a shiny earlier. I'll show that off. I got the shiny Aipom here.
Hello, Aipom. Let's help each other do well.
Indeed, friend, indeed.
Do-boop-ba-doo.
So is there anywhere we can find a mystery house here? Because it would be nice to get a Lucario. The Buka is very happy indeed.
Hehe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Yeah, it does look like there's room. I'll check up in the corner, but doesn't look like there's gonna be too much room.
And nope, we're good. And Hadouken. Dibby-doo-boop-ba-doo. Boop-boo-boo-boop-boo-ba-doo-boop-boop-ba-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. A-boop. Ba-doo. Boop-ba-doo-do-do-do-do. Dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba.
Okay, no mystery house here, so onward we go to the next floor.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Onward, come Patsy.
Okay.
Just because I have the guided wands anyway, let's use that just so we can see where the stairs are. Alright, so we'll be looping back there once we are done.
Hadouken! Hop. Ba-ba-dip-ba-ba-dip-ba-dip-ba. Do 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 dip ba-ba-doo.
Oh, I forgot I needed to eat. There we go. It is nice being at the end of the game here when you got like a full level 100 team. Everything's all safe and dandy. Resources are plentiful. The money is just pouring from our pockets. It is very nice. And the shinies are joining us. Finally. And yes, we won't proceed.
Dip-dip-dip-dip-dip-ba-boo. Do-ba-dip-boo-ba-dip-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-dip-boo-ba-dip-ba-ba-da-ba.
Also, good job, chat, drawing your swords when we were getting raided. It was nice being able to actually use the emotes for a change.
That was fun. Ba-da-ba-boo-ba-dip-ba-da-ba-da. And now boop. Da-ba-ba-doo. A-boo-ba-doo-ba-boo-boo. Do do ba boo da boo. Boo boo do 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 do. Bop 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 bop. Hee hee. Ba ba da boo ba da boo da boo da. Sparkly. I want the sparkly. I like it the sparkly. Boo ba da boo ba da ba da ba 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 da. Boo Hadouken, ba da boo da boo da. Boo ba da boo. Boo boo. Boo ba da boo. Boo da boo 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 boo.
Oh, I am excited to try out this new router and see if that helps with my internet any. Because my goodness, it has sucked having such crummy internet. Especially when you're trying to stream. And thank goodness we've not had any internet issues today. But yeah, I am starting to think that I might be ending stream just a little bit early. Just because of the fact that my nose is getting all clogged up again. Man, that surgery can't come soon enough to fix that whatever a non-allergy crud that is. They tell me it's like terminates and stuff that need thinning out, and it's like, Bigilly, I just don't want to deal with it no more. Oy. So yeah, I'll just go to the end of this dungeon here. We'll see if we can find Lucario, and if not, then we at least got ourselves a shiny Aipom to add to our chart. No, don't need you. Okay, you're getting left behind. You chose to stay and fight. We're leaving. Oh, see, Metacham has drawn its sword too. Aha!
Hehehe. Do do boo ba do do boo boo. Do do.
So I do apologize for preemptively for ending stream early. My nose is just killing me, and it is really hard to breathe. But I appreciate your guys' understanding and patience.
Hadouken. Badoo.
Oh, but my goodness, I'm glad just to make some progress and get at least one shiny today. We got at least 2 big rooms here. Let's see if maybe there is a mystery house somewhere. Oh! Oh, that's not good. Okay, everyone stick close. A little worried about the guy shooting his laser beams.
Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. La 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 la. Ba-hadouken, ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo.
Let's see, what are a couple other places that Lucario appears? So, Lucario also appears at Mount Faraway as a mystery house potential spawn, and Mount Faraway also does have a guaranteed mystery house spawn, but that is only at floor 30. So that does take a while to get to. But it does at least guarantee a mystery house, but each time I've gone there so far, it has not been a Riolu or Lucario. Actually, I'm not sure which place it was. It might have been for Riolu, but... But yeah, the odds have been against me for that, so I'm reluctant to spend all that time just to only see the floor 30 mystery house and have it not be what I need. But then, let's see. There's also Stormy Sea is another one that Riolu Lucario can spawn at.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
No, we'll keep exploring in case there's a mystery house here. Probably not, judging from the size of it, but I'll at least go around and look anyway. This is surprisingly not a monster house room. I'll be darned. Big room with lots of items, you'd think it would be. Oh well, I'll take what I can get. Alright, nothing there. And the other places are just too dang small to hold anything. Like my sinuses. Heyo. Hehe. I'm almost done, don't interrupt. Kimmy's nice trying to help me out, but I am almost done here. Alright, so. Yes, the last floor is just a treasure floor, and honestly, we don't need any more friend bows. We've got plenty of them. Got treasures and guppies. No, I don't want you. Don't need you, but thank you for your helps. And there's our little shiny boy right there. Our little pink monkey. Yes. Yes. Give him a nickname. No, we don't need one. Huzzah, huzzah, we even did a job. Huzzah, huzzah, closer to our goal. Huzzah. Oh no, you don't get to join. How dare you? Fly, you got me hooked on this game. Hey, Final Scratch. I'm afraid I'm about to end stream early, so I was just ending here. But we got a shiny Aipom. So that's our 1 bit of progress we managed to make. But my sinuses are killing me, so I gotta end this. Hey. Well, first we're gonna get rid of the Togetic that just decided to join, and we'll show off that Aipom real quick. Huzzah. And we'll also check the mail, because why not? Marvelous Sea, sure, whatever. Let's pull out the chat. Huzzah. So we just got ourselves shiny Aipom. We had Ambipom already, shiny Ambipom. So now we got shiny Aipom. Huzzah! Oh, I'm so glad. Joyous day. Joyous day. Yeah, and I'll still be streaming on Friday, so we'll get some more Hollow Knight too. So let's go show off our Aipom. I don't know where Aipom would even spawn, actually. Would it be in the jungle? I'd think jungle, because it's a monkey. Nope. Only plants. Overgrown forest? No. Mushrooms? Vibrant. Yeah, it isn't vibrant. Okay, so... Ooh, there we go. So we got normal and shiny of Aipom, both Aipoms, and a normal and shiny of Ambipom. Haha. And Flyaway is where the Togetic that added itself is. You did not earn your place on this team. Be gone. Huzzah. Alright, so that will do it for today. And again, I do apologize. Hopefully I'll have that surgery soon so that I'll have less sinus issues going on, because it seems very random and I don't like it. But also, so, still doing mystery dungeons. Ideally next time for the proper full 4 hours on Tuesdays. Hollow Knight still on Fridays. I'm not entirely sure, but we might be streaming with Kimmy as well over on her Twitch channel, Drunkle Lady Gamer, or YouTube, Drunkle Lady Gaming, doing Cult of the Land co-op together. I don't know for sure if she's gonna feel like streaming, because she's been having some, like, aches and pains that have been bugging her. That's prevented her from streaming, but That is a possibility, so you can keep an eye out for that. That'll be at noon over on her channel. You can check over her Twitches for schedules and stuff. Yeah, noon Pacific time. So, I'm still gonna be 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time over on Tuesdays and Fridays. So thank you all for joining me. I always appreciate the company, and the raid was very fun. And I'm a little too sick, so I can't bother to do a raid right now. A raid right now, but I'll try to figure out how to do that. And thank you. I still need to wait for those guys to call back. They never call back. Thank you all for joining me. Always appreciate company. And as you know, Pugas don't say goodbye, but I'll see you all next time.